Hi everyone, this is Abhishek, your host from ShakeTheCosmos.com. Just want to say that Shake the Cosmos is a global community and a platform where you will hear inspirational stories from entrepreneurs and average Joes, people just like yourself who have overcome hardship to achieve their dreams. And these stories are guaranteed to inspire you to take action, to take the next step, to take the leap of faith towards achieving what matters to you and achieving your greater mission in life. So don't miss out on the future episodes. Hit that subscribe or follow button, please. And give this episode a rating. That'll help me out on the organic search results. Thank you so much. Hi everyone, this is Abhishek from ShakeTheCosmos.com. I'm really excited for today's episode. And if you're listening and watching this, hit the subscribe button or follow button. My guest today is Ahmed Alyafei. He's CEO and founder of Art Hub. Thanks so much for being on the show today.
With a pleasure.
Oh my God. So I am so excited to be here. And so if someone doesn't really know you and they want to learn a little bit more about you, can you just give a little bit background about yourself for someone who's watching?
Okay, as a person or a human, I am a chemical engineer by degree, petroleum. I work in many fields. I've been in many countries, and I ended being free in 10 years ago, and I decided to basically flow in my own galaxy, trying to find a nice way of making businesses, and at the same time follow my passion. So that's me in short.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. What is that passion that you were trying to follow, or did it sort of change over time?
Yeah, it's something interesting in life is to be really in your daily life doing and following your passion, but at the same time survive.
Yes.
Because this is a very interesting statement. When I was in Japan, I lived in Japan for 3 years, and I was in that time in oil and gas.
Okay.
Technical, but I was really more to the soft side of the work.
Yes.
Like the office decoration, the what do you call this? Things related to the appearance of our project and so on. So it's not really online or focus in what I'm supposed to be.
So there was a disconnect between.
It's a kind of being you with your passion and being you as a person in charge of something.
I feel like there's so many people that can relate to that.
Yeah, there's so many people in life, I think they are not online with themselves for the work I'm talking about. Anyhow, and I met this senior Japanese guy, and he told me, it's good that you are doing things different than your passion at the beginning, because it's always better to start is always better to end in what you like rather than to start with it. So make it short. If I'm passionate about art and I start my career and my work in art because it's my passion, I will sacrifice because I want to keep my passion. But from technical point of view, control point of view, mastering the things, you will fail because you don't have skill. But let's say, for example, you be in this and this and this and this and this, and then you end of doing what you are passionate about. You have a lot of skill that you learn will allow you to control and to manage and to do and to execute what you are passionate about in a better manner.
Yeah.
So that's the things about passion.
I love that. And you know, one of your passions is Art Hub.
Yes.
And I mean, what's the story behind and how did it get started?
Very good. So basically, as I told you, before I was working in different position in government, semi-government work, from real estate to investment, industrial and oil and gas. And I felt 10 years ago that I really need to be free. Because I am one of these maybe weird people that they believe that work is a slavery.
Okay.
So, what's the difference between being a slave in the mid-age, where, anyhow, the master cannot control you 100%.
Yeah.
But the master tell you what to do during the day, right?
It's a very straightforward way of looking at it.
So when you are an employee or a staff, you are a slave. The master will tell you, your boss, do that, do this. You come into your working area, you have no choice. You have to put your finger, and. So, when you put all your life in this, and then you are retired when the end of your age, so basically, you are a slave all your life. Anyhow, so I thought that I want to be free 10 years ago, and I decided to be free. So then I said, okay, what do I want to do? So I came to my family business and other things, and then at that time in Abu Dhabi, they were talking about the culture district in Saadiyat.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So culture district in Saadiyat.
Culture
district,
yes.
Okay.
So they want to build museums. So Guggenheim, Louvre, Sheikh Zayed the Museum, which is British Museum, and other things. So I said, okay. So if they started to think like this, maybe in 2-3 years, we will be in the world map of these things. So it's a new field.
Yes.
And I like to do something in art. So then why don't I start to do an art project? So this is how it was.
Wow. So it kind of just, does it feel like it fell in place?
No, then the challenge.
Okay.
Challenge, yeah. I mean, what to do? People, they will say, open a gallery.
How to start? Open a gallery.
Yes, open a gallery. And then you can buy art, sell art and so on. And then when I ask my friends, they say, are you crazy? Abu Dhabi, every gallery open in Abu Dhabi, they close. I said, what? They said, yes. I said, yeah, but maybe something. This is maybe not a good way. And I said, okay, maybe the gallery was not the right things.
Was it something different? Did you change something?
Yeah, then I said, okay, what to do? Is there anything that I can make about art, but not a gallery? Anyhow, to make it short, I had Australian consultants. They do something interesting about visibility. They didn't do it in a traditional way, where you said, I want to make this project. They do financial, they do all these things, and then they will tell you a return investment and so on. So they do it in a kind of what's called survey.
Okay.
So you will say, I want to make an Italian restaurant. They will make a survey. How many Italian restaurants, what kind of Italian restaurant in the region, in the area and so on. And then they will tell you which one succeeds and how it is, just general. And then you can feel what is the nature of this business. So when I was thinking about art, then they try to make some kind of survey within the region, which is UAE and GCC, and then also they study worldwide. What kind of work business activities in art worldwide.
It's a lot of information.
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
to gather.
What sort of example or what sort of structure they have. And it was really interesting.
Was
that
good insights out, some good information.
Yeah, they have, like, for example, when it comes to Korea, they create a artist village. In, for example, in US, there is, like, for example, an old factory they converted to an art center. There is also in Europe some kind of old heritage castles or something. It become art center. Sometimes even in downtown clubs or old buildings, artists, they came in and then they create something in it. So that was an interesting field to explore.
Yes.
And to bring something maybe relevant to here. They made also some kind of interesting exploration of why. For example, art bloom and flourish a certain time.
It's a really important question. Why
Yes.
a certain type of art
Yes.
just is flourishing?
Yes, and why disappear?
Even more important. Because
So-
you were saying things were shutting down, things were coming up.
Yeah, and also historical. For example, if you go to civilization like Greek or Roman, or if you go to, for example, in Florence, and time there was a massive, let's say, art activities, and you can see the result. And basically, it's come when the talents meet the support. Because artists have a talent, but they didn't have the economic empowerment.
Totally. I mean, even like to record this interview today, like I needed some support, like technical support. So it's huge.
Yes. So
This model.
imagine if you can have all kinds of support,
Mm.
and you will be, as an artist, then become free to do your talent.
That's huge.
Then this is how it comes. So when the system like this, then it will work. So basically, the idea was that to create the art hub. And the hub mean a point where, things coming, going, and so on. And our slogan was called Live, Create, and Exhibit.
Live, create, and exhibit.
So in the first one, live mean to create a community. Mean I have an artist, they live together, they become a community, and the next stage, what they do, they create. So they create all kinds of art and so on. And then, of course, you need to move them to the third stage where they exhibit their artwork.
And there is this concept of live, so it's like residence.
Then, yes.
Can
What you are here, these buildings, I built it for that.
Wow.
So I create 10 furnished apartment, attached to it a studio, and down there was a big hall as an exhibition place.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So do your art, live near art. It's the hub.
Yeah. So when artists come here, you know that artist has no time limit. They cannot work like slave. You have a working
The
hour.
model. Yeah.
Yeah, the model here is to have an artist live in a place attached to his room or his place, a studio that he can come out, create whatever she want or he want at any time. So this is how it works. Then, along with that, to make it dynamic, we create a concept called art by country.
Art Pike.
Art by country,
Oh, okay.
which means we will try to make every month one country. And we link it to the embassies in Abu Dhabi. And we said, okay, guys, we are opening for this. Anybody interested? Oh, okay, American Embassy. We want to take a march for our artist. Okay. Indian, they said we want to have for October.
Yes.
Some other country, we have our national day is in September. We want to have our artists to come in September, and then they can attend our reception.
Wow.
They can, something like this. So we invited, so far, using this program and other, around 1,000 artists.
As many of you know, I've been doing a lot more traveling lately. And while I've loved meeting new people, sharing experiences, and sharing stories, one thing I definitely don't like sharing is germs. That's why I always bring my Wind Plus with me wherever I go. It's a portable air purifier that can filter out airborne respiratory droplets, helping me feel safe while on the go, on the plane, to the office, or in the car. In addition to viral respiratory droplets, it can also remove smoke, smog, pollen, dust, and other particles, making it perfect for anyone who cares about their air quality. And honestly, that's pretty much all of us nowadays, right? If you're interested, Ray, the CEO of Wind, and a recent guest on the show, was kind enough to provide us an exclusive deal. Simply use code COSMOS on their website to get $30 off any Wind device. That includes not only their portable air purifiers, but also their new Wind Max air purifier for the home and Wind Halo air quality sensor. So go to www.hellowind.com. That is HELLOWYND.com. That's Wind with a Y. Pick up a new air purifier and use code COSMOS to get $30 off. Now back to the show.
Wow. And what's like been these 1,000 artists are coming, it sounds like globally people
Yes.
are coming from all over the world.
Yes.
What's been like your personal just favorite part that you've just loved about this?
Yeah, this has now become a very complicated subject, which link to one of my objective is to open and create bridges. Bridge between different cultures, bridges between different, let's say, countries, between different race, between different religion, between different people. So this bridge cannot be spoken. It needs to be lived. So when these artists they come, they live. They live among themselves first, because sometimes, in many cases, these artists they come from different regions in one country. They don't know each other. So it's a time to see who is the other. And then they come and they live in another culture. Then they explore more. Then they will try, we always recommend them try to create artwork or something as a creativity from their experience. In this case, we will have two objectives. One, artists will create always new things because they have new inspiration. And for us in the UAE, then I will have artists from all over the world, from different school, from different background, from different techniques. Then they try to look to some of the UAE subjects and create art about it. And this is what is unique about our collection. I have more than 5,000 art pieces, all kind of art. And it's all by different kind of artists. Most of it is about us.
About UAE? About
UAE?
Yes.
Sometimes UAE, sometimes link between UAE and their other country.
Wow. And that's the bridge.
And that's a bridge.
It's fascinating. Was there any guidance on that, or it just naturally started? The art kind of naturally started to introduce.
Yeah, it is. You mean the process or the work itself?
The work itself.
The work itself is every artist has his own.
Wow.
So the artist has no, let's say, restriction.
Okay.
Except a few things which is related to the culture here. And so
yes.
On. But it's open to the subject, open to the how they create it, and
Well, it's just great how the mission is coming together
Yeah,
within the
yes.
art itself.
yes.
And
Actually, it's developed further, and that was started. And then artists, when they came here, we said, okay, then it must be important to orient them to the surrounding, UAE.
Yes.
So we take them to the different places, to
And there's different locations, art
different
hubs.
location.
Yes.
No, I mean different location in terms of the country first. To the Dubai, Al Ain, Abu Dhabi, different things. And the most important things is the desert, because this is how we are different. And it come because I have also a very interesting place in the empty quarter desert. And those who don't know it's empty quarter is a big, huge, and actually is the largest continuous sand desert in the world.
Oh wow.
It's mainly in Saudi Arabia, it's a quarter. We have UAE a little there, Oman a little here, and Yemen here, but majority is UAE, I mean Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the different about this place? Empty. It's empty. And the sand dune can go up to 1,000 feet.
Wow.
Yeah. So we take the artists there. Then they said, why we are in the town? Why don't we stay there? Then I created another program for the desert only. So the artists come and stay in the desert. We called it Art Festival.
Wow.
So the art festival here is a different concept. We take a subject, and then artists, they come from all over the world. But they will be presenting or creating art, all kind about the subject. And for this one,
Yeah.
so we had something called a series. It's called Upcycle.
The Upcycled Art Festival.
Yes.
Patrons of Unity.
The word up is to do with the fact that normally when you recycle, you return back to the originality. Plastic to plastic, wood to wood, metal to metal. But when you convert a waste plastic to an art, then you have uplift,
Oh wow.
right? So for example, we did upcycle for oil and gas business, for aviation, and for plastic. So for example, this one is about oil and gas. And what we did is we asked oil companies,
Yes.
said, okay guys, just give us your waste. Okay? Give us your waste, and then we're gonna take this waste. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then we told the artist, said, guys, these are the waste in your hand, and we create a theme called Patterns of Unity. It's a philosophical point. And then after that, artists, they create
Oh wow.
all kind of art from this waste. So this is
awesome.
yeah, and this one for the plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all the plastic of the ocean. Yeah. So again, the artists, they come, they went and they collected. Yeah.
Yes.
They went to the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
They went to the ocean. Yeah, they went to the ocean.
Oh,
they
wow.
collect all this plastic, and then after that, they went to the desert, and then they create all their artwork.
And I'm seeing it through like this stuff. There's tools and stuff. People are using different kinds of tools to create the art.
Yeah.
And so the festival has all these resources or some support. So people
Yeah, of course.
people
we
can do
put
that.
them tools, equipment, facilities.
Wow. I can't recognize the original thing based on the
Yeah,
art.
I don't know.
It's pretty awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I think So, like, as you've been on this journey and the artists are coming globally, for, you know, thousands of them, what's the feedback been like from them? Have there been any, like, aha moments? What kind of aha moments have you had?
Yeah, I think, first of all, artists are very creative. And their creativity, not only in the work they make, but also in the vision and in the theory. I found that it's really an interesting that to listen to them and to try to empower them with sort of support, and then to see the outcome.
Yes.
So, for example, when you talk about upcycle, the artist will try not just only to use the material as a canvas or as a element, but they want to make sure that the spirit of art is passed to the people working there. So as an engineer working in oil and gas, you will see he has nothing to do with art, right?
It doesn't feel that way,
Yes.
no.
But when he see the valve that he turn every day to close or to open, or the element that he use to work, become an art piece. Beautiful.
Wow.
Then, then here there is a big message. Big message of art can come back. Can come back to the life. Because as you know, fact, art and artists are not as they used to be.
Art and artists are not what they used to be.
I mean, before, you see, Middle Age, art and artists used to be the whole media. They are the one that they promote. Yes,
Yeah, now there's all these, there's different, the
Yeah.
control is different.
Yes, so they used to be like the newspaper, they used to be like the TV. Yeah, because they are the one who can physically record, right?
Yes.
The battles, the wealth, the portrait of the people. They are the only one. So they used to have big, and only wealthy people, for example, can record for themselves. Then as we go in the Industrial Revolution and then it's become less and less and less. Now with the telephone, with the internet and so on, 10 years old kid can take a camera,
Yes.
play with some program, create something, send it to the printer, print,
It's
and
done.
then
Yeah.
and then you have something. You say, okay, I am an artist. So then we have to work something, because what you see as a result, normally you should have thought and creativity. A camera cannot be creative, can record only. But an artist can record but add. So what you see now in terms of what you call decorative art and so on, it's just a reflection of light. Only. But now, how can you convince somebody to spend money to buy an art? You will say, okay, I have a house, I can buy a print.
Yes. Take the photo and send it to the printer.
Yes. Or there are some, I don't know, I don't mention any country, but
It creates a dilemma.
yeah. So
Interesting.
now if you will try to convince, that's why when you say aviation, that's mean aviation business can appreciate art. When you talk to oil and gas, as I said, when you talk about, for example, marine and so on. So hopefully artists can be appreciated by different field sector, and then can be let's say, giving a chance to raise up again and be an element of, enjoying, making the life more enjoyable when you have these creative people in the system.
And what is your vision for, like, maybe, let's say, what do you want it to look like, Art Hub, in like 5 years from now? What would be ideal?
Yeah, it's always a question of what's next. So after this, the one in Liwa, I created another one in Al Khatam. You've been in Al Khatam.
I've heard great things about Hatta.
Hatta also, yes.
Yes.
Al Khatam, you've been in Al Khatam, you enjoy, right?
Yes.
So I now I want to create places where it can be a destination for residency. Residency will be a place that, again, can empower talents, including artists, to be there and then to have all the facility to make them create, inspire. So in addition to Liwa, we create another place in Khatam, and now, as I said, we have also one in the mountain of Hatta, and there we add yoga and meditation and aerial silk to the activities. So it's a way now to move or to develop this concept of artist residency to talent residency in terms of locating different places in UAE. The next step is to go abroad and try to find also creative. Of course, art residency is everywhere, but the way that we are doing it is more interactive. Artist residency, most of it, they just have a space, like a hotel, for artists to do their project, where we want to make sure, we interact with them and go more to facilitate their need more, so that they can be more creative.
Wow. And then
It looks to me I lost you a little.
I think well, I'm just thinking, like, in the environment we live today, like, it's tough with COVID and everything. A lot of artists are going through some tough, like, what would be your advice to artists and just in general, or just what would you say to artists?
Well, there is never in life that you have stagnant, situation.
Situations
Always.
keep changing, life keeps changing.
So always when there is a change, there is a chance.
I like that. Whenever there's a change, there's a chance.
There is a chance. Now, the sooner that you understand the change and what it lead to, and how can you take, because always who can first get better, chance. So this fast diversion, I'm sure that will affect so many, including, of course, artists is one of the. There is no more exhibition. There is. But then this is how they are creative. They have to use their creativity to cope and to understand with the change, and then try to bring something that people will need it. So what happened now during COVID-19? The people are become more at home.
Yes, right? Yeah, remote. Everything is remote.
So they are settled. So you need to attend the settlements and see how can you get in. How can you get in?
It's the audience is still there, but you just
They change.
They change.
Instead of being in a move, they become subtle.
Subtle. Oh.
So,
What's very
and,
yeah.
and at the same time, you are linked.
Mm.
You know, the technology now, you can link to millions.
Yes.
100 millions.
Space is no longer an
No
issue.
more.
Like, oh, this
Yes.
is how
Yes.
much I can.
They are subtle, but the link is still there.
That's true. You just have to see them, that the links are still there.
What can come, what will be, then it needs some kind of creative thought. I'm sure that you know that some people they grow in this drama
Mm.
by creating some kind of programs for those people at home, and so they succeed in terms of business, especially the in-house sport, and in terms of online classes and online programs and so on. So really, artists really need to take this as a chance to maybe create something that it will help them not only to sustain, but maybe to grow.
Yeah. And the situations can change, and change is a chance, change is an opportunity.
Yes.
I love that. And so, how can people are watching and or listening on the podcast? How can they get in touch with Art Hub?
Okay, I think we will give you all our contact.
Awesome.
We are very active in Facebook, in Instagram, and we are also in Twitter. We are physically in Abu Dhabi and also in Dubai, and we are not as much before, in terms of physical
Yes, of course.
exhibition, but we are here. But we didn't stop. For example, last month we had artists in residency from Holland. Next month, no, this month actually, Holland. March we'll have 4 artists from Czech Republic,
Oh wow.
and there is in the pipeline many art residency coming. So we are still working.
Still working, still happening, making it happen. Well, I'll be sure to include that information about Art Hub
Yes.
in the description. So if you're listening, or if you're watching, check out the description. But thank you so much, Ahmed. Just
Sure,
really
sure.
appreciate your time. This was such
I'm
a
sure
joy.
that we went to we show you the, maybe we'll show something about Khatim. I want to show you also the. We can give you the clip about Hatta, and also the clip about Liwa, and you're welcome.
I would love to see those videos again. I saw they're beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much.